Hello friends and welcome to our YouTube channel once again. So let me just first give you a disclaimer for this video that I am doing all the analysis for educational purpose only, and I am not suggesting you to make any trade in any particular stock or any particular security. So before making any buy or sell decision on a security or on a stock, do consult with your financial planner, your stockbroker, and do your analysis before making the decision. Okay, saying that, let's just quickly go ahead and start doing our analysis. So, as you are well aware from the title of the video itself, that I'm going to do the analysis of the insider trading report that is publicly available on the NSE's website. Yeah, you heard me right. It is the insider report that is publicly available, so that does not make it illegal. Okay, so as you are well aware, if you have seen my playlist of trading on insider information, that this report gets updated on a daily basis, and that's why we have to do this analysis on a daily basis. Okay, so yesterday the analysis could not be done by me, so due to some issues. So we will just leave it to that and continue doing the analysis today. So today is 1st of October and it's 6:24 p.m. while I'm recording this video. Okay, so as you guys can see that I am on the NSC's website homepage right now. So I'll give you the steps through which you could reach to the page from where you could download the report of today. So again, you don't have to go through the each step. I'll just give you the link of that page in the description box below, so you could download the data in one click. Okay, so I'll scroll down a little bit and reach till the corporate announcements right here. I'll scroll down one more time and then click on the view all. Okay, next what I have to do is I'll scroll down and go to the insider trading tab right here. And next what I have to do is yeah, okay, so if you click on the link given in the description box below, you will be redirected to this page only. Okay, so once you are redirected here, what you have to do is you have to select the time frame for which you have to download the insider trading report. Since my aim by doing this analysis would be to make a watch list for my swing trading, so that's why I am going to consider the 3 months time frame. So as you can see here in this row, you could select the multiple time frames. So I'll go ahead and select the time frame of 3 months. uh, okay, so once it gets loaded, the data gets loaded, what you have to do is you have to press on the download button present here, and this will start a download, and it will download an Excel file, and you could access that file in the download section of your PC or laptop, whichever you are using. Okay, so let me just go ahead and download this file. Okay, once this has downloaded, I'll open this file. Okay, so as you can see, the name of the Excel file that it is from 1st of August, I guess, 07 is August, 1st of August to 1st of October, that makes it 3 months of data. Okay, so now as you can see, this is a big spreadsheet, but you guys don't have to worry. We don't have to crunch every piece of detail and every piece of number. Okay, so we have to go through the filtering process. We have to filter this data down. Okay, so the first filter would be that I only want the symbols of those stocks in which the promoters or promoter groups have bought the shares, no one else, and that I can see from the column E, that is named as category of persons. So let me just quickly go ahead and apply the filters. Okay, so as you can see, I will apply the filter in the category of persons tab, and I'll delete all the rows which does not contain promoter or promoter groups as one of their inputs. Okay, so once that is done, it takes us to the next filter, I only want the name of those symbols or those shares in which the promoters have bought the shares through market purchase only, nothing else. And this data I'll get on the S column, that is named as the mode of acquisition column. So I'll just go ahead and delete all the rows which does not contain market purchase as their mode of acquisition. So I'll select all the rows. Alt is delete rows. Yeah. So once that is done, now let me just go ahead and tell you that I don't want all these 7 or 8 columns for my further analysis. I just want 2 columns, that is the symbol column and the value of security column. Now why I want the value of security column is that because I want to study the actual flow of money in the market, and that I suppose that it is given by the value of security. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete all the columns except those two. Okay, once that is done, as you would notice that in the symbols column, these 3 rows, that is the MRF symbol, they are appearing thrice or maybe more than that in the list below. Now on the screen I could see that it is repeating thrice. So this would make my analysis a little bit tough. So what I want is I want a consolidated form of data for this table. So what that will do for me is that it will combine all the MRF rows into single MRF row, and it will add all the value of securities associated to it. So let me just go ahead and apply the consolidation tool to this table. I'll select it quickly. I'll add it. I want the top and left column. Okay, so once that is done, now the final part of filtering for this worksheet is that I only want those symbols in which the value of security is greater than 1 crore rupees. Now if you guys want to know that why this value I am considering as greater than 1 crore, then you should go out and check out my playlist that is trading on insider information. You would be seeing that on the top right corner of your screen right now in the I button, and also I'll provide you the link below in the description box. Okay, so let me just quickly apply a filter on the value of securities. I'll sort it from largest to smallest, I guess, and then I will delete okay, then I'll delete all the symbols which have a value of securities acquired slash disposed less than 1 crore rupees. Okay, once that is done, the work of this Excel sheet has been served. Now I'll just quickly copy these symbols down which have come to our watch list as of today. Okay, now next what we have to do is I have to go to the master sheet, the insider trading master sheet that I have created. Again, if you guys want to know how I created this master sheet, you should check out my trading on insider information playlist. I have made this Excel sheet from scratch on those 4 parts of the video. You can go and check it out from the description box below, or you could see that on the I button too. Okay, so next what I have to do is I'll paste the symbol names that I just copied. Please ignore the orange fill right now. I'll just explain that to you in a moment. Okay, so as I said in the earlier part of the video that I have to do this analysis on a daily basis. But as you can see, every day there will be almost 90 or 100 stocks in my after my filtering process is done. So it's not feasible for me to check all the criterias. Again, I'll tell you the what are the criterias, but for now it's not feasible for me to check all the criterias for all the 93 stocks on a daily basis. So what I'll do is I'll apply a conditional formatting which would show me that for which stocks I have already done the analysis for. So let me just, and I'll not do the analysis for those stocks once again. So this is a kind of master sheet that I have to maintain in order to ignore the time, to in order to actually save the time from analyzing the stocks which I have analyzed before too. Why this shortcut is applicable here? Because the parameters which I am going to tell you in a short while do not change on a daily basis. Those parameters may change on a quarterly, annual, or maybe sometimes it may not change on an annual basis too, but it generally does not change on a daily basis. So we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so let me just quickly apply a conditional formatting here. Let me just see that all the stocks are selected. Yeah. Now I'll apply conditional formatting. Let me just custom format it. Yeah, I'll fill all the things with orange once again. Okay, so as you can see in this C column, there are 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and 6. There are 6 stocks which have not been analyzed before because they are not included in my master sheet. So I will have to analyze only these stocks for today, and we have to repeat this exercise on a daily basis. Again, let me just give you a quick note here that if you are good with Excel and you know how to record macros, how to run macros, and all that stuff, how to automate the sheets, then you don't have to do all these filtering process in the previous Excel sheet and the copy pasting thing manually every day. You could just record a macro one day and just run it. Since I am not very good with Excel and I'm still learning how to automate my sheets, I have to do this process manually on a daily basis. If you know how to automate the sheets, it would save a lot of time for you guys. Okay, so okay, again, as you can see, this 26th row and 35th row, 48, these stocks are red filled. What does that mean? That it currently does not fit the filtering process that we went through just a while ago for these stocks in the C column. So I have to remove these stocks from my uh, master column, if you might call that. So let me just quickly write the numbers of the rows which I have to delete so that I don't forget anyone. 26, 35, next one is 48. Yeah, 3 only. Okay, next what I'll do is I'll copy the white filled white field white fields white filled cells. Okay, so I'll copy them down right here. Okay, let me just quickly delete all of them. Yeah, now what rows I have to delete is 26, next one is 35, and the last one is 48. uh, okay, I deleted the rows. Yeah. So next what I have to do is I will do my second layer of, yeah, there are 3 layers in this strategy. The first one we already did. That was the yeah, that was the promoter one, and the value of security one, and the mode of acquisition one. Okay, that was the first layer. Now the second layer comes in, and for going forward to for the second layer, we have to go to the NSE's website. So let me just first quickly copy down the first stock in the list today and go to the NSE's website. Yeah, so I'm now back on the page from where we downloaded the report. Okay, so now what I have to do is first I'll copy the company name which I have to analyze today. I'll click here. Yeah, next I'll click on the symbol of Hexaware. Next what I have to do is I'll go scroll down a little bit and reach to the corporate information right here. Now I have to check shareholding pattern. The shareholding of promoter and promoter group should be greater than 50%. Next one will be SaaS regulation. In the SaaS regulation, I'll check that there should not be any selling by any institutional investor or by any promoter or promoter group in the last 6 months. The third one would be promoter encumbrance details. In that, I'll check the pledging of shares should be 0%. Yeah, that's my number. If you want to set a higher upper bound for the pledging, you may. It's flexible and it's upon you. The last and the optional one, which I may sometimes check or I may sometimes ignore, that is the earnings per share, and that will be available in the financial results, hopefully. Okay, again, if you guys want to know that how I reached to these numbers, these lower bounds and these upper bounds, you should go ahead and check out my playlist of trading on insider information. Okay, so I will click on the shareholding patterns first. So as you can see, it's greater than 50% for promoter and promoter groups, so it looks good. Next, I'll check the SAS regulations. So as you can see, on 29th of September 2020, the HDFC Mutual Fund, that is again an institutional investor, sold some shares. So it fails to pass this criteria that we set for the SAS regulation. So we don't have to do the analysis further, and I'll go ahead and mark this as red. So I'll format Painter. Yeah. Next one on the list is Wellcorp. I have to repeat all the process once again for Wellcorp also. So I'll paste it. It's Wellspun Corp Limited. I'll click on the symbol of Wellcorp. I can close the Hexaware wala tab. Next, I'll scroll down and go till the corporate information. Yeah. Now what I have to do is I'll check the shareholding patterns first. So as you can see, the shareholding pattern is less than 50%. It's 47.49% for promoter and promoter groups. So I'll just go. I don't have to do the analysis further. If any stock fails to pass any of the criteria, then I don't have to do the analysis further. I'll just go ahead and quickly color code that stock as red. So let me just format paint it. Yeah. Next one on the list is MRF. As you are well aware that MRF stocks are pricey, I guess. I don't know what's current price it's trading at. Yeah, as you can see, it's currently trading at 60,510 rupees. Now, before doing any analysis further on MRF, I want to clarify that some of us might be managing a small account or a small fund like me. I am managing an account of 30,000 only. So it would be not feasible for me to do the analysis of MRF because I won't be able to buy such highly priced stock. The word highly priced is wrong, but you guys are getting the context what I'm trying to say. Since my rule is that I don't invest in a particular stock which costs me more than 2000, because since I am managing a small account of 30,000 only, so it's very costly, I would say. So again, for the sake of analysis only, let me just go ahead and check the corporate information quickly. I'll go to the shareholding patterns first. Okay, so it gets discarded on its first parameter itself. As you can see, the promoters hold only 27.88%. So it is very much less than 50%. So I have to go ahead and discard this stock. So yeah. Next one on the list is SMS Life. So I'll copy it down. I'll go to the page right here. I'll paste it. Yeah, I'll go to the symbol next. Next, I'll go to the corporate information and I'll check for the shareholding patterns. So shareholding pattern is 68%, passes the criteria. Next one on the list is SAS regulation. So as you can see on 30th September 2020, that is yesterday itself, there was a selling done in this stock. Now, for our analysis, it does not matter from whom the selling was done. If the selling has been reported, in the last 6 months. The 6 months time frame is important. In the last 6 months, if there is a selling reported, we have to discard that stock. So I'll quickly go ahead and color code it as red. Next on the list is VTL. So yeah, I'll paste the VTL right here, Vardhaman Textiles. I'll click on the VTL here. Next, what I'll do is I'll check the corporate information. Let's first check. Let's first check the SaaS regulation. So yeah, SaaS regulation looks good. There has been no selling reported in the last 6 months. Next one is shareholding pattern. Shareholding pattern looks good. It's greater than 50% for promoters. Next one is pledging. As you can see, you could check the pledging of shares in the promoter encumbrance details in the last column, and you can see it's 0%. So next one is an optional criteria, that is earnings per share. I may sometimes take that into consideration for my analysis, or I may sometimes just ignore it. So earnings per share would be mostly available in the financial results section. So as you can see, the latest earnings per share is negative 10.15 rupees. The latest one is negative. So I'll not color code it as red, but I'll color code it as this yellow. Because this yellow color tells me that this has passed all the three criterias but has only failed to pass the criteria of earnings per share. So I may do some further analysis into VTL and just dig up the average price and what is the average traded volume for this stock, and what has been the price movement from the date of allotment of the stocks to promoters. Again, if these all things sound alien to you, I would suggest that you go ahead and check out my fourth part of the video uh, of the trading on insider information playlist. In that I have explained in great detail that how to make a view on the stock based upon average traded volume, or say the what happened to the price of this stock after, say, the allotment date. So you guys should definitely check out. I would highly recommend you to check that. Check the fourth part of the video. So fourth part of the playlist, that is trading on insider information. So you would get the link on the description box below too for the fourth part, and you are also able to see the fourth part of the video in the I button in the top right corner of your screen right now. Okay, so saying that, let's just go ahead and check out the last stock for today. Till now, no stock has passed all the four criterias. So let's see if we have any luck with this last company, Shakti Pumps. So I'll click here. Okay, it's taking some time to yeah, it has appeared. I'll click on the symbol of Shakti Pump. I'll scroll down and find out the corporate information. I'll check the shareholding patterns first. So as you can see, it's greater than 50% for promoter and promoter group. Next one is SaaS regulation. SaaS regulation, I guess, looks good. There has been no selling reported in the last 6 months. So next I'll jump on to the checking of pledging. Pledging is 0%. So last one is an optional, that is earnings per share. Okay, so as you can see, earnings per share is a positive number. All I want is a positive number. I have not set it as, say, it should be like 20 rupees or 10 rupees, etc., etc. It should only be positive for this particular strategy. Again, you could change that lower bound for your analysis. Okay, so let me just first color code it as green. So I'll color code this as green. Yeah, I guess this is a different green I'm using here. Yeah, now it's matching. Now next what I have to do is now I have to find the average price at which the promoters made an entry in this Shakti Pump wala stock. So for that, what I have to do is I have to download the insider trading report of Shakti Pump only for the 3 months, of course. Without it goes without saying. So I'll download the 3 months insider trading report of Shakti Pump. Okay, so it's opening. Yeah, now it has opened. Now, what I have to do next is I have to apply the same filters here that we applied on the first Excel sheet that we worked on. That was the category of person should be promoter or promoter groups. So here that's not a problem. There is only one single entry, one single row, if you may say, and it's of promoter only. And the next one is market purchase. So mode of acquisition is market purchase, so no problem in that. Again, this date of allotment and date of allotment is a crucial date for us. It's the date at which on which the promoters actually bought the shares were actually allotted to the promoters. So it's quite good to know for us. It's quite informationally good for us to know that what happened to the price movement of this Shakti pumps after this date, that is 30th September. So if you guys want to know that what implications these price movements, the price moved up or down, or it is moving sideways after this particular date, then what those information imply, that is that is explained in detail in the fourth part of the video. So it's very much highly recommended for you guys to go and check out the fourth part of the video, fourth part of the playlist, that is trading on insider information. Okay, so next what we have to do to arrive at the average price, it's simple maths, guys. I have to divide the total value of security by total number of securities. So it comes out to be somewhere around 181.43 rupees. So I'll just quickly go ahead and note it down here. 181.43 rupees. Okay, once we got the average price, what I have to do next is, let me just quickly explain you. What I have to do next is that our aim would be to buy the stock after, of course, after analyzing it further. We have to, our aim would be to buy the stock or make an entry in the stock at a price range of plus minus 3%. It would be best if we are able to buy the stock at exactly this price, but it's sometimes very difficult to buy at the exact average price. So that's why I consider a plus minus 3%. Again, before making a trade in this, there are 2 3 more analysis, or I would not say them as analysis, they are just merely for making a viewpoint on this stock, are left to do for this stock. That is, we have to check the average traded volume for liquidity purposes, and then next what you have to check is we have to check the price movements, the price behavior after 30th September. So yeah, those things are beyond the scope of this particular video. So if you guys want to know how to do that, then you should go ahead and check out the trading on insider information playlist. In that I have explained in detail. Again, if you guys want to know the further analysis of this Shakti pump or the VTL stock, then you could tell me in the comment section below, and I'll try to bring up a video for that too. Okay, saying that, that's the end of our today's analysis, and happy trading, and that's all for